Passing your pilot's license is an incredible moment, whether that be your PPL or your NPPL. But what happens after that? Because for a lot of pilots, something unexpected happens. They stop flying as much, they lose confidence, and sometimes, unfortunately, they stop flying altogether. Hi, I'm Dale, and this is Left Seat Culture, a channel about flying, gear, and the culture of aviation. Most of what I cover is general aviation, but hopefully it's of interest to all pilots, whatever it is that you fly. So when learning to fly, everything is structured. You've got lessons booked every week, you've got clear progress, and you've got hopefully an instructor pushing you forward. And then suddenly, yay, you pass. And now it's completely on you. And that can sometimes mean no structure, no plan, and what no one really tells you is what you're supposed to do next. Unfortunately, a lot of pilots fall into the same pattern. They do a few local flights, maybe visit a familiar airfield, but without any clear goal, it can start to feel somewhat repetitive. Skills start to fade, especially when things like radio work or navigation. Confidence drops slightly, so you stay closer to home, and before long, you're flying less and less. So the simplest way to avoid this is to give your flying some kind of structure again. And the way I think about it is setting aviation goals for the year ahead. Not vague goals like fly more, but specific things that you actually plan to do. So if, like me, this is something you've suffered with in the past, here are a few ideas that are broken down into a few different sections. First off, exploration. Pick a number of new airfields to visit, maybe 10 or 12 that you want to visit over the year. Also, plan a couple of longer trips, even something like following a coastline or flying somewhere you've never ever been before. Another one is to set yourself some goals to keep your skills current. And again, this could vary, but it might be things like doing flights that ensure you request a traffic service a few times. It could be practicing controlled airspace transits, or it could be getting more comfortable on the radio in general. Not every flight has to be about going somewhere. I personally also plan some flights specifically to practice certain things. Stalls, steep turns, PFLs, the kind of things that you did during training, but you probably haven't done much since. If you can, I appreciate there's a cost factor to it as well, but consider adding new skills. That could be a night rating, it could be an instrument rating, obviously restricted IR, or even getting checked out on different aircraft. All of these things give you new goals to work towards and gives you kind of a reason to be flying. For me personally, one of the biggest things that I've found is flying becomes much more enjoyable when it has a purpose. And again, that could be just as simple as flying somewhere for lunch, taking friends or family up, or even documenting your flights on YouTube, like I do on this channel. So I'd like to propose a simple framework if you're not sure where to start. Basically keep it simple. At the start of the year, pick 3 places that you want to go, 3 skills that you want to improve, and perhaps 1 new experience or rating. That's really enough to keep your flying varied, keep it structured and interesting. Like for me in 2026, as much as I want to fly more, one of my main purposes is also to hopefully try and get my instructor rating. So getting your license isn't the end of your training, it's just the point where you start personally to take control of it. Have you set yourself any aviation goals this year? Share your stories below, I'd love to hear them. And of course, if you found this video useful, give it a like and subscribe to Left Seat Culture for more GA insights, flying tips and trips. If you want to carry on the discussion, join the Discord, there's a link in the description, it's absolutely free, and I'll see you there. And if I'm really lucky, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye for now.